Good morning. My name is Ben Martin, and I want to change the world. Alright. Now, coming from somebody else, that might sound a little weird, right? But you guys are like, no, that's Mr. Martin. That guy's crazy. Like, he just runs any time of the day, and he drives a minivan, he doesn't have any children, and he always still believes he can get a date with Reese Witherspoon. That guy's crazy. So, can somebody tell me who Steve Jobs is? John?
Apple. Innovator.
He ate an apple.
No, he made Apple.
He made Apple, that's right. The Apple company, you know, Steve Jobs basically founded Apple, and then he brought us the iPhone, the iPad, the iTouch, the iShorts, the iShirt, the iWash machine. All right? He basically wrote the word I in everything. You know what Steve Jobs said about craziness and changing the world? Steve Jobs said that those people that are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Those people who think they are crazy enough to change the world are the ones who do. And the reason I'm even talking about change today is because about a month ago, a student that I have brought this paper that they had written in their English class. And it was a poem. And they chose to write their poem about St. Clair. And they did it as a joke. And in this poem, they wrote about all the bad things that they saw in St. Clair. And they had me read it. And I think they thought I was going to laugh, but it was not laughter that came out of my emotions. It was sadness. It was sadness that a student at this high school thought so poorly about our town. And so I go to the student, I go, well, you can change this, you can change this town. And the student's like, bluntly, I can't. I can't. And that made me even sadder, that a student of mine didn't believe that they had the power to change the world. It reminded me of this story. You may have heard it before. It's called The Dance of the Starfish. And the story goes like this. One day a woman was walking down the beach, and in the distance she saw a man who looked like he was dancing. And as she got closer to this man, she realized that he wasn't dancing, he was bending over to pick something up, and he was thrown into the ocean. And as she got even closer, she noticed that the man was picking up starfish and throwing the starfish into the ocean. And as she got even closer to where she could talk to him, she goes, well, what are you doing? And the man goes, well, these starfish washed ashore this morning. And if they stand on the shore, they're just going to shrivel up and die. So I'm trying to throw them back into the ocean. And the woman looked around at the beach, and she goes to the man, there are miles of beach. There are hundreds of starfish. There is no way you're going to be able to make a difference. And the man thought about it for a second, looked at the woman, bent down and picked up a starfish and threw it in the ocean, and said, well, I made a difference to that one. Now you might be sitting there thinking, I'm just a high school student, I can't change the world. Let me tell you, you are a very important person. So the question, what does it mean to be a very important person? It means that you changed the life of a teacher, maybe just a little bit, but you changed their life. Because let me tell you this, teachers don't have a lot of time. I got here at 6:45 this morning to run an experiment. At 7:30 I had an FCA meeting. Over advisory just now I taped a Edgar Murray class doing a leadership presentation. Tonight I have practice at cross country, and then I'll grade papers until 8 o'clock. But for me to take the time to nominate someone for this award means that they changed my life just a little bit. And you've done that to the teachers that nominated you. So in a way, you already have changed the world just a little bit. Do you know what us and Steve Jobs all have in common? Everybody in this room and Steve Jobs all have the same thing in common. We're all billionaires. No, I'm just joking. Just joking. It's just me, I'm just a billionaire. What we have in common is the grim fact that we're all going to die. Steve Jobs already met that fate, all right? And I know it's very morbid for me to say that, but here's why I'm going to introduce that thought. Because that means we're all going to have a funeral, and that means that everybody in this room is going to have somebody talk at their funeral. What do you want people to say at your funeral? Do you want them, here, I'll tell you, here's what I don't want people to say at mine. I don't want to be like, man, that guy was a complainer. All that guy saw was problems in this community. All he talked about was the bad things that St. Clair has going on. No, what I want somebody to get up and speak at my funeral about is I want to say, man, that guy had a really nice minivan. And then I want him to say, you know what, Mr. Martin always talked about changing the world. And Mr. Martin may have never changed the whole world. He changed mine. Now you may be sitting there thinking, but I can't do that. Let me point out a few of you that already have. All right, John Creasy, my world has always changed every cross-country meet because you were so reliable at the times. And you know how many times I would probably not be able to get in my car because I lost my keys if it wasn't for you? Every one of those moments you changed my world just a little bit. Miranda, every Friday when you get on that intercom and you sing the school song, you've got to believe that you have brought up our school pride just a little bit. You have. You are changing St. Clair's spirit every Friday. Laura, your enthusiasm and the excitement you bring to student council, that is changing the atmosphere of this school day by day. Folks, you are very important people, and you have the power to change the world. I just hope you're crazy enough to do it. Congratulations on your award.